Well guys, it's that time again, travel home day here from Mallorca. It's quite early, 20 past 6, so not quite sure what I'll be showing you, but rest assured whatever we get up to we'll let you know. Just waiting for our transfer coach to arrive now. The other two are in the warmth of the hotel because it's quite chilly this morning. Not even I've been out this early actually during the week when I've been going out for my live strolls. So yeah, come along. It's that time again. Okay, so we checked in with Jet2 and got through passport control. We'd been advised to get ourselves to the new e-gates ASAP because nobody knew exactly what the queues were going to be like. There is a duty-free and other shops the other side, and I think when we get to the bottom you will see you've got these two people that are in front of us on the escalator, and then two more people. They were the only ones, and it literally took us 5 minutes tops to get through, and that's with the passport being stamped, so really quick. So we got through the check-in, passport control and the e-gates. I reckon we did that all within about half an hour of getting to the airport. So it wasn't too bad. Obviously we've been warned about these obviously the e-gate issues, and we took the advice was literally when you got here, get yourself obviously checked in, passport control, don't worry about any of the shops, the other side of the e-gates, because there are duty free and other shops the other side, so that's what we've done. And as I say, we literally walked up to the e-gates, all three of us breezed through, unlike when we got here, so couldn't have wished for a better process. Very quickly, just I can't flip my phone around, but just so you know, here you have got sort of the e-gate side. You've got a Burger King, a Sunglasses Hut, WH Smith, and a few other sort of little trinket shops on this side, so just gives you an idea of what to expect. Oh, there is of course a Subway and a food court, isn't there, as well? So yeah, a few bits and pieces here, so don't stress too much. And obviously there is a duty free as well as soon as you go through the e-gates as well, so get yourself through, and then once you're through it takes all the stress away, and then you just got to wait for your flight. But if there's anything I can sort of recommend, that would be it. We will catch up once we're on board. We've got a delay of about 45 minutes. So after that little cameo there, I thought we would go for a walk and just show you exactly what was there. So as I was alluding to, there is the Burger King here on the left hand side. These sort of security and police guys, they whiz past you on these segways. You don't even hear them coming half the time. It's quite amusing, but I suppose it allows them to get up and down the airport wherever they need to get to, sort of as quick as possible. There was another sort of like a sort of news agent sort of place here on the left hand side. I can't remember what it was called. What's that? Is that Tutti Frutti it's called? Yeah, and then the Sunglasses Hut. I tell you what, the prices in that Sunglasses Hut, I can get Ray-Bans cheaper online in this country than they were in that shop. So do your research before you buy anything. I've said this before when we were on our cruise, not everything is as cheap as you think it is. So just moving on, got some vending machines on the left hand side here, all the different sort of drinks you would want. And then on the left hand side here you've got the Subway, but also sort of got a food court sort of situation I was alluding to prior, which you'll sort of see sort of all the different sort of variations. I think there's Popeyes there as well. Taste of India, I don't know, is that Taste of Chinese? I can't remember. One or the other. And then that in front there, in the right hand corner there, is where the duty free was, and that was where, as I say, they recommend you go to get your duty free once you were through the e-gate sort of situation. And I think sort of once you get through there, there's just so much more sort of relief. There's the Popeyes, because you know you hear such horror stories from sort of other airports. We weren't affected by any of these strikes that were happening. I don't think they were actually striking. I think they're only striking sort of Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays over Easter, so we were very lucky. We travelled on Easter Sunday. You wouldn't think it's probably as busy as it normally would be. But yeah, that gives you sort of a little bit of an idea of what the food court is, and then, as I say, we'll carry on round, and then you'll see sort of some other places which I'll point out when we get there. But yeah, there's certainly enough, hopefully, to sort of tickle everyone's palate should you need it. I mean, the time we got there, which was about 8:30, we did want something, but only got sort of a sandwich in the end from WH Smith. I didn't want to sort of cook breakfast or anything like that. We'd already ordered some food on the flight anyway, so we were pretty much sorted. Another little sort of souvenir sort of shop place there. And then there's a jewellery shop here on the left hand side for all you ladies out there. And then sort of moving further up, this is where the majority of the gates are. Our gate was right up the other end that we had to go to. I think it was 208, I think it was in the end. Toilets here on the left hand side, and there were more toilets up on the left hand side as well. There's your WH Smith. Got your sort of different nationality newspapers in there, sandwiches, sort of snack deals, that sort of thing, sweets, what have you. Now these on the left hand side, these are the E-gates, but these are the E-gates when you arrive. Now it's quite astonishing that it seems arrivals and departures all seem to mix in the same bit. I've never known that before, so it's quite different. But the E-gates there were turned off, and the reason they were turned off is because there was nothing coming in. But obviously once flights started arriving, I did notice they all got turned on. So just carrying on, another vending machine there on the left hand side, and then I believe this was some sort of sports bar from memory. We literally only sort of breezed past it, but I think that was the sports bar. Yes, it was. Yeah, definitely. So we didn't go in there. We literally perched ourselves sort of reasonably central on some of these normal sort of chairs on the right hand side until the gate was called. Did a bit of exploring and what have you. So yeah, it gives you a little bit of a taster. I'll shut up for now just so you can sort of take it in, and we will reconvene shortly. Here is a chariot just pulling up with people just about to start their holiday. They're all excited when we're all miserable to be going back. And the weather next week in Mallorca is supposed to be a lot better than what we had. The cold wind that we had is supposed to be dropping right off. So yeah, lucky for them, although we didn't have too bad a weather. There's only a couple of days when it was a bit horrible, to be honest with you. So now we've got the walk along the air bridge, sort of heading towards the plane. So yeah, didn't do too much more of sort of going onto the plane and stuff like that. So it's a bit awkward when you've got loads of people around you. But yeah, it just gives you a bit of a taste of going down the old air bridge. Plane taking off there, and we've got that from the air bridge. And then this is us taxiing onto the runway. We actually had an aborted takeoff because there was some problem with the flight planning telemetry.
It's time to take you through the safety procedures of Boeing 737-800. is
sort of
very
gate,
important, so please remove any headphones and listen carefully.
You'll see
In the seat
the
pocket in front of you, you'll find a safety instruction card.
It has all sorts of safety information
runway,
with details about
then,
emergency doors and
we'll be
escape
off.
routes.
But this is all, as I say, the second time we've done this sort of once prior. You sort of think, oh goodness, what's happening? Because there was no sort of, they didn't really tell us until we pulled back off the runway and we were sort of taxiing around again to go. And then obviously they explained what had happened. So yeah, it was slightly confusing to start with for a moment. And we are just about ready to go. So the roar of the old engines getting us going, and then we will be up and away, and I will leave you to enjoy that takeoff. So this is shortly over the Spanish mainland. Unfortunately, Barcelona was on the right hand side of the flight, and this was out the left hand side. So imagine sort of geographically where we are. Barcelona would be on the right hand side, so we're heading up towards the Pyrenees, which you will see some snow-capped Pyrenees shortly. And here they are. That is snow, not clouds, on top of the Pyrenees, which sort of separates Spain and France. Quite surreal, isn't it, when you think sort of how hot it is and then sort of how high these mountains must be. Obviously to be snow-capped. It didn't last very long, as far as you can see, that's how far sort of the snow sort of covering sort of went. But it is quite surreal, you know, when you see that, you know, from above, you know, the snow covering the Pyrenees. This is just arriving back to mainland UK. I'm not sure whether that was actually Dover there in the distance. You can see some white cliffs. I'm not sure whether it was or not. I'm not quite sure on that. It's difficult when you're sort of flying to sort of get a definitive idea of exactly where you are, but it was reasonably clear. You could certainly see enough, which you'll see in just a moment. Yeah, there they are there. I missed out on one of the big sort of container ships that was sort of coming through. I don't know what any of these were. You can never tell, can you, from above. And then obviously just the view of the run-in to Stansted. You can see that sort of rain cloud dead in front there. You know, that's rain. Quite localised rain. I mean, I know that's probably, you know, sort of probably 2-3 miles, perhaps, not even that. That cloud, but you can clearly see, you know, where the rain is. And then I think the next section, yeah, is us coming in to land into London Stansted. As you can see, it was pretty clear, sort of all the way down, and sort of managed to catch it all pretty nicely on the run-in. So then some planes waiting to go off on their merry ways wherever they're heading. But yeah, nice landing, considering we've got this sort of storm day this weekend. It's been a little bit breezy, a little bit bumpy, but nothing to write home about. Again, I'll leave you just to enjoy that to its conclusion. And this is just after we got off the plane, sort of making our way to the little monorail that takes you towards sort of passport control and what have you. So that's obviously not too far a walk, and as we were some of the first off the plane, we were quite lucky. We got to passport control. Literally only took us, I would say, 10-15 minutes to get through. So obviously you can hear, guys, we got home all okay. So hope you've enjoyed the series, and hopefully you'll join me for my lives and the next travel series later on in the year. Cheers, guys.